Hi, hello, I'm Liz and I'm from Ostara Studio. I want to first start with why I decided to create this series. I've always wanted to kind of create a brand dictionary, a book that goes through specific terminologies either to help entrepreneurs or small business owners or to help marketing professionals. Kind of a quick referral guide as such. I decided why not just start a video and a blog series on it. So I've already written the first blog, which I'll get to later because this video is about that first word. But predominantly why I wanted to create a video series or a blog series about this is to help business owners, help entrepreneurs, help marketing professionals make sense of brand and marketing concepts within the greater whole of business. Now, we've been going through multiple iterations of different types of marketing. So I think we're in marketing 4.0 or 5.0 even now. It's going so fast. Every time there's these major changes, and it's not necessarily changes that we're actively creating. Something happens and then we change how we're communicating. So think about how Facebook changed the landscape of marketing communication. Think about how TikTok has changed it now. So we have to kind of adapt really fast. But central to those adaptations are really our core communication. Our core communication values as such, our core communication messages, because it's the messages that really drive it. Where in the 50s, advertising was all about like enticing someone to buy something and almost manipulating them to believe in an identity or version of themselves that would buy that product. Now we're not there anymore. People don't want to be manipulated. They don't want to feel that brands have these immense power over them. So now it's all about like people choosing brands based on the values that they have and whether they resonate with a specific product's values. That being said, branding is central to that. Branding and marketing, it's central to business, to the business's core goals. Because if your communication isn't aligned with your core goals, your communication isn't authentic. It's maybe fake. It's just there for advertising purposes, for marketing purposes, for the money. And as much as we don't want to say this, businesses are going in the direction of needing to be more purpose-driven, of impacting the world in better ways, right? So business goals, branding goals, it needs to be aligned. And it starts with brand. You likely started your brand or your business with the brand first, right? With the logo. And that's why it's so important to set that up right, to make sure that how you're communicating that brand is really how you're intending to communicate it, how you're authentically representing your brand, and so forth. So let me get to the first word, and it's branding. Now, you might think that you know exactly what branding is. And let me tell you, it's not really true, because even me, I didn't know what branding was until multiple years later, and I was a qualified graphic designer. And I still didn't understand the true power of branding and what it really means. So I'm hoping to share something different with you today and make you grasp almost an aha feeling of that power of branding. There's a marketing professional, or a branding professional and designer. His name is Martin Neumeyer, and he's written books called The Brand Gap. You might see it there in my bookshelves, but The Brand Gap, The Brand Flip, and Zag. And he explains that branding is not a logo. It's not the look and feel. It's not a trademark or like a logo mark. Yes, that's an element of the brand, but it's not the brand. He explains that branding is a gut feeling. Now, I know that sounds possibly hoo-hoo, but think about it. He explains that branding is how people feel and think about a business, product, or service. The people who support it, what they think and how they experience that brand. Think about a brand like Nike. Nike, yes, we all know the swoosh. We all know, okay, that's Nike. But why do people support Nike? Why do they buy Nike like crazy? Why is it as big of a business that it is? And it's because of how Nike makes its people feel. It makes its people feel like they're athletes, like they can achieve anything. They're goal-getters. They're motivational and aspirational. And if you wear Nikes, you will feel that. You will feel like an athlete. That's what I mean when I say that brand is a gut feeling. There's two other authors as well, Carla Enslin and H.B. Klopper, South African authors, that also explain that brand is a social construct. It's how people identify with a business, product, or service. That's what branding is. And yes, your logo, your visual and your verbal language, all of that, those are brand elements. And you get multiple types of brand elements, like the name in itself. That's a brand element, right? But it's not what makes the feeling, the brand experience of the brand. If as business owners, we had to treat brand only as a logo, we are missing the power that we have. We are missing the power of our brand, because the real power comes in how we communicate and how we create a specific experience for our audiences, for our followers, and for the people who purchase our products or services. We are creating an experience for them that we really intentionally want to create for them, and that is branding. So your customer service, 100% branding. Your packaging, you might think, of course, branding. But the email you send, how you represent yourself to your customers, all of that, that is branding. So I hope you learned something new today. Do all the things to support the channel if you really like this video, like, sharing, subscribing, commenting, all of that jazz. And I'm looking forward to doing the next word in the branding glossary. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.